Well, it's finally happening. I'm finally moving out of this place. After 2 years, I've made this spot work. I just wanted to make a quick video and show the people how I did it. I have a little list of the problems with doing this, and I'll go through them one by one. But this is pretty much an overall view of it. I usually have a car in here. That's why the space is here. I have these boxes I'm moving out, and it's a little messy. I just got some things from a friend, but this is generally what it looked like throughout the entire time. Firstly, there is no power in this unit. It's really just a light and a switch here. There's no plugs. You're not supposed to be using power in here. But what I've done is I've got an adapter and ran a cord over down behind these banners to kind of hide the cord a bit. I used some duct tape there, ran it across the floor, and then up to a power strip, which is behind here. As I said, you're not supposed to have power in here, so I leave this up so that people can't see if they walk by or anything like that. They won't be able to see my chargers and my light strip, at least not as easily. So if I hear a car driving down this strip here, or if I hear a person coming, I will just quickly press this button on the power strip, kill all the power in here. If I have time, like if I hear them coming soon enough, I will come all the way over here and I'll just hit the switch and it'll kill everything in the unit. Another thing you have to keep in mind if you do this, and which I don't endorse this, I don't think anybody should. If you can, just get a workshop, or I don't know, rent a house with a garage or buy a house with a garage. But where I live, that's not really a feasible option. So it was either don't have a project car or do this. Anyways, what to keep in mind is hours. You want to know the access hours of the property, and you want to know the hours that there is somebody in the front office. For example, access hours are 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and then the gates will shut, they'll be locked. But there is also, there is always a person on duty from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. So you can't work in here within those ranges, or they'll obviously hear you, or maybe they'll walk by and see what you've got going on. So really, for me, I only had from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., which is just a 3-hour window. So whenever I came here to work, it was a 3-hour stretch of just kind of rushing to do what I could. The heat. Where I live, I think I can say I live in Florida. That shouldn't be an issue. It's very hot here, and as much as I'd like to use the fan that I have to keep the fan off so that I can hear cars or people coming. Because something I was always kind of afraid of is that somebody would go by and then look in here, see what I have going on, and maybe report me to the front desk or something like that. So I was always kind of watching over my shoulder and just keeping an eye out. The final thing, and I guess I should have been vlogging this, kind of pointing the camera at myself, but I'm already at the end of the video, so it's a little late for that. Anyways, the final problem with doing this is there is no bathroom here. If you come here and you've been here 20 minutes and you need to use the restroom, you have to go home or down the street to a gas station or something like that. There are no restrooms on property. And I understand this is not safe. I know what I'm doing is not safe. You know, I have things in here that are flammable, and I have other used oil containers and things like that. I've got an extension cord. That's against fire code. You're not supposed, even in a real workshop, you're not supposed to have cords running across the floor. But it's a sacrifice that I took, and I don't quite regret it. I'm not happy about it. Obviously, I would have never done this if I had an option, but when I lost my garage, I had to move somewhere, and where I'm living, I can't work on vehicles or maintain them or anything like that. So this is kind of what I did. I honestly wasn't expecting it to get to this level. You know, I did just have things in here, and I was storing my car here, which is already against the rules, just to have a car in here. But I did what I had to do, and I'm glad I made it the 2 years, no issues. I never got caught. I never had an issue. And I'm just really excited for what's next. And I like what I've accomplished here, and I'm proud of that. So on to the next thing. Hopefully this helps. I don't know if I'm gonna post this publicly. I might just send it to some friends. Who knows? We'll see. I'm leaning more towards just the friends and maybe some social media followers that I'd like to give an insight to, because people have asked about it before, and I'm always like, yeah, dude, no, not supposed to be doing this at all, but I do. Thanks for watching. Hopefully that was pretty easily digestible and not too long. Hopefully like 5 minutes. Sorry it wasn't entertaining, other than just informative. See you guys. Thanks for watching.